Chase Young wasn't wrong about most of that stuff. Talking about Reggie Crawford, who joins us on the Wednesday Stove. Hey, Reggie, good to see you, man. Thank you for coming on with us today.
Good to see you guys. I appreciate you guys having me.
So for folks who are just learning now about Reggie and his very interesting background, first-round choice by the Giants out of UConn last June, and an athlete who was a record-setting swimmer in grown up in high school, who has kind of come to baseball a little bit later in life, whose talent popped off the charts in such a way that the Giants said, yeah, man, we want this guy in the first round. He pitches, he plays first base, and we can't wait to get into that with you, Reggie. Are you gonna go Shohei Ohtani? Are you going both sides of the scorecard with the Gigantes? Are they gonna let you do that?
As of right now, I am.
Nice. They're gonna give you full license to do both, huh?
Yep, we're trying to figure out how we're gonna do it, how we're gonna plan it, just because I'm coming back from the surgery. But yeah, we'll be full go for both pretty soon.
Which would you prefer? Like if you had to do one, I love the fact that you can do both. But if you had to do one, which would you rather do, throw or hit?
All right, I'm split in the middle. But the way I settle this is everybody asks me, would I rather hit a walk-off home run or strike out the side to end the game? Sorry, and I would definitely go with the walk-off home run, no doubt.
That's a good way to ask the question.
That is a good way to do it.
Because both of those are pretty sweet moments. You mentioned the surgery. You had Tommy John surgery, and that was shortly after you were drafted. Is that right?
That was last year. So that was my junior year at a UConn. I'm a few days out from a year post-op.
Okay, so the Giants really, I mean, they liked you so much that, look, you had surgery right there. Again, as we mentioned, your background as an athlete is in more than just baseball. I'm curious, the conversations that you had with the Giants upon being drafted, they know how much you can do. What were those conversations like?
Well, I mean, the one with the Giants was fairly similar to all of them. Obviously, I have a fairly small sample size, so pretty much they have to bet on me and I have to bet on myself. But ultimately, it was just one of those things where we do realize that I have a small sample size, but it doesn't always have to be looked at as a negative. I mean, I've had a lack of reps growing up, and I wasn't necessarily groomed from the younger ages. So I think they saw that as something very attractive and jumped on, which I'm super fortunate about.
So, Reggie, you talk about lack of reps because you were swimming in a pool back and forth. I got to ask you about that because, the multi-sport athlete, I don't think we go swimming, baseball. And I did see that you're a record setter in the 50 freestyle. So that's more of a sprint. Because if I'm swimming more than no. Yeah. I jump in the pool, I'm treading water, and then I'm having a mixed slim, and everything's going to be good. But take me to that transition from the pool out there to the baseball field. And how much time did the pool take away from you playing baseball as a kid?
I mean, it definitely took away a lot of time. I was in the pool, 12 months out of the year, and I was probably on a baseball field 3 or 4 months out of the year. So, yes, I was a sprinter. I hate distance just as much as anybody else, But, yeah, it's one of those things where I didn't enjoy the sport necessarily. I was good at it, but ultimately there's a lot of takeaways from swimming that I could tie into baseball, which is super helpful because ultimately with a sprinter, you have to move fast. And on the baseball field, a lot of the stuff you want to do is move quickly. So again, super fortunate that I did do it. Everything happens for a reason. But yeah, swimming definitely took a lot of time away from baseball.
Strikes me that you're a kid that grew up in the Northeast, and your sports, swimming and baseball. This is what Southern California kids do, man. You made it hard on yourself. You should be like wrestling and playing basketball growing up in Pennsylvania and going to UConn. Who were your favorite players as a kid? Who were you a fan of, Reggie?
I feel like I was always a fan of Mike Trout growing up, but like right now, I feel like it has to be Ohtani. What he's doing is just insane. So right now he's definitely my favorite. But ultimately, growing up, like I was more so looking at Michael Phelps than a baseball player.
That's amazing.
So going back with the Tommy John rehab and everything else, and you're back, you're full right now. So it's more about the conversation on how much you can do moving forward. And are we talking about an Ohtani thing with a 6-man possible rotation? Are they leaning more towards maybe bullpen work? How's that progressing?
So I still have yet to have some conversations regarding that. I know that, so I'm technically not full go in game yet. I should be I believe, like 2 or 3 weeks into spring training. So right now I'm just a little under a year. We'll probably get around to like the 15-month range, which lines up perfectly. But I'm not sure. I think I'll be starting and then DHing some days, playing first other days. But we have to yet sit down and have a pretty much go over how we're going to schedule out my weeks, months, and pretty much like the years.
We can see it on the paper, Reggie, and on everything statistically on you. You've got the triple-digit velocity in your arsenal. Do some self-scouting for us, for you as a pitcher. What are your strengths? What would you like to add? And what is your repertoire on the mound?
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like some of my strengths, I've power stuff, and I know where the ball's going. Something that I want to add is my changeup. That's a pitch I haven't had in the past. I didn't need it, but there's going to be a point in time where I obviously need it. So that's been something we've been playing with my rehab bullpens. But ultimately, I mean, it's one of those things where, yeah, I mean, again, small sample size, and even I'm excited to see where we could take this, because I mean, you look at the numbers, and I've thrown 8 innings on the mound in college baseball, but I definitely don't think that sets me back at all. I'm just excited to see how far we can take this.
That's awesome, man. We're excited to watch your career unfold, man. Thank you for taking some time with us, Reggie. We wish you the best of success, and we hope you get there as a two-way guy, man. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch you get to the big leagues. Way to go.
Good luck, Reggie. Yeah.
Thank you both so much. I had a good time. Thank you.